Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Doncaster Racecourse here on Friday. It's the 13th of September 2024. Going to look at the stakes action on the program from Doncaster, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for racecourses around the world, and join me for my St. Ledger preview tomorrow here from Doncaster. Very good St. Ledger this year, I think, so I hope you join me for that preview and also for some of the good racing in France this weekend. But we have quite a good group of races here. We're going to look at the races 3 and 4, the group races. So 3 o'clock and the 3:35. Let's get to it right now. Third race at 3 o'clock, it's the Group 2 Flying Childer Stakes. It's a Group 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for a $165,000 purse. Races for 2-year-olds only. Field of 12 horses, going 1,000 meters of 5 furlongs on the turf course. I'm going to take the one horse Asterisk as a top selection. I'm going to go 146 in the TriCash trifecta. 146 TriCash trifecta. Top selection, one horse Asterisk. This Tiro Colt by Maymouse here. Archie Watson trains. James Doyle gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 12 days ago or 13 days ago on the 1st September at Longchamp and Paris. 5 furlongs off the ground in the Group 3. Peter Arenberg wasn't bad for this horse. He basically won on the front end, won it by 1.5 lengths. He quickened up nicely and he went away with it. That was a strong run. Coming back here, back to 5, where he's proven he could really run these fast 5 furlongs on the front end. Gets a very good stand side post draw. I think he's sitting on a very good run here. He ran 2 back in the Group 3 Molcombe Stakes at Goodwood. 5 furlongs, very fast ground, 31st of July. He finished second by 3/4 length that day, and he was with him early on. A little bumping late. Big Moho, who's just running back this one today, had the jump on him. But this horse got down the race course well there. And then the Dragon Stakes at Sandown over the 5. A very tough 5 at Sandown, but it didn't really matter with this horse. Won by 1/4 lengths from a tracking trip. He really took off clear. Prior to that, in the Norfolk over the 5 on fast ground, he just kind of stalked and never quickened up and never weakened out of it either. I thought he got down the race course well. He's run these terrific races. He has some forwardly pace, which is always good here. I think he could win. I think the 4-horse Big Moho for Mick Appleby and Sylvester D'Souza could win also. He just never really got going last time out in the Gimcrack, where he finished 4th by 1 3/4 lengths that day. He just kind of stalked. He had the lead, and then he just didn't get going like the other ones that day. Prior to that, from a tracking trip in the Molcombe, he really took off clear, winning by 3/4 length. And then at Beverly over the 5 in the main race, he finished second by 2 1/4 lengths, where he just couldn't catch the winner. But again, he got around the race course well. He's refreshing against these horses. He could win. I would use him in the quad pot that begins with this race. But to recount my selection for the 3 o'clock third race from Doncaster now, it's the Group 2 Molcombe. I'm going to take the winner Asterisk. Give kudos to the 4-horse Big Moho. 146 TriCash trifecta. 1-4 in the multi-race. Let's get to the featured 4th race, the 3:35, which is the Group 2 Doncaster Cup. It's a Group 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $178,000. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 6 horses, staying the trip of ground of 3,600 meters, or 2 miles and 1/4 over the flat course, the turf course. Gonna take the 4-horse Sweet William. I'll go 4-5-3 for me in the TriCash trifecta. 4-5-3 TriCash trifecta. Top selection 4-horse Sweet William. This 5-year-old gun by See the Stars. John Thady goes and trains. Rab Havlin gets them out. They ran the horse most recently at Goodwood in the Goodwood Cup over the 2, where he finished second by 4 lengths that day. Krypos, who's probably the best stayer right now in the world, really took off clear. This horse didn't break so well. He stalked. He beat the stablemate Gregory Home, who ran terrifically after that, I thought, at in the Lonsdale Cup. I don't think Gregory wants 2.5 miles today, or 2.25 miles nearly today, but I think Sweet William coming back to a longer trip off a little bit refreshing. I think he's sitting on a very good race. He ran prior to that on the Ascot Gold Cup over the 2.5 miles at the on the Thursday meeting at Royal Ascot, where he finished 3rd by 6 lengths that day. And again, he sat back early. He slowly moved his way into the race. He wasn't going to catch the winner, who really took off clear for O'Brien, but this horse, he got down the race course well, staying the trip well. And then prior to that, Henry VI at the Group 3 Henry VI at Sandown over the 2, he went by a head that day. And again, not the best beginnings, but he quickened up nicely in the front end, and he went away with it. A very good race for him that day. He likes running here at Doncaster. He placed in this race behind Trushan last year, who I think is a major player in this one again this year today. I think, drawn well. He's proven he could stay. I like that he's coming off a little bit of refreshing from the Goodwood Cup. I'm going to use him on the ticket. I think the 5-horse Trushan for Holly Doyle can win also. and King won the Easter Cup at Easter Stakes at Sandown over the 2 a few weeks ago, winning by 2 lengths that day from a tracking trip. He really took off clear. Came back to run at Goodwood, where the horse just never really got going, finishing 4th by 1/4 lengths that day. But he'll run these head scratchers and then run these terrific races like this horse ran last year and the Prix de Gaudrain, winning by 4 lengths from a tracking trip. He stayed that trip well. He won this race last year coming from the back of the pack. He wants to stay forever. As the trips gets longer, this horse gets better. I know he's a very short price at 9-2, but I think he could win. I'll use him in the quad pot here. But to recount my selection now for the 4th, the 335 from Doncaster, it's the Group 2 Doncaster Cup. Going to take the 4-horse Sweet William. Give kudos to the 5-horse Trushan. 4-5-3 TriCast Trifecta. 4-5 in the multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck everybody.